we go. Hey, everybody. It is another magical Monday at the Venus Moon. I thought I would come live today and we'll see what's going on this week and what we have going on at the Venus Moon and some things like that, some crystal stuff, some crystal knowledge. And I started off by pulling some cards. I actually ended up using the Wisdom of the Oracle, the Shaman's Dream, Goddess Power, and the Crystal Spirits. These are all decks by Colette Baron Reid. And I learned last week, I guess, that her decks are actually designed to be used together. So what I did was I pulled cards, seeing where we've been and kind of where we're going. So I pulled 2 cards from Wisdom of the Oracle and 2 cards from the Shaman's Dream. And then I thought, all right, well, let's have a goddess that's going to guide us this week and what crystals might be helpful for the week. So I started with Wisdom of the Oracle, and the first card I pulled was this one. I love the art on these. They're like whimsical, but they're pretty. And this one is called Mending. You can see the little fairies there. And this card is about healing and what we've been doing. So we've been healing and, getting over resentments and arguments. And you have to let go of that at some point. It's time to release, fix those rifts or arguments and make peace. You set yourself free by making amends to other people. Everybody makes mistakes. There's nobody else you can blame. You just have to kind of get up and keep going. So that was our first card. The card from the Shaman's Dream of kind of where we are was this, and it's called Stranger. I wasn't really sure what I thought about this, but if you look at this, it's someone you don't know, but it doesn't look necessarily dangerous or threatening. I think it's saying that we're often afraid of that which we can't see. And so this is an opportunity for learning. It doesn't mean a strange person necessarily. It just means to stay open, be teachable or coachable, try some new things, look for other points of view and seeing things. It's a defining moment. Take the risk. So that's kind of where we've been in this kind of mending old hurts and in a learning journey. Okay, so where are we going from there? Well, for this one, I actually pulled card number 34. It's called A Leg Up. And where we're going, a leg up is, if you look at the polar bear, the baby's trying to climb on the mama, she's actually helping him. You can't always go it alone. You have to rely on other people sometimes. And you can accept the help that's being given. You can have both teamwork and independence. If you have a business, this is a good time to seek some kind of mentorship or coaching, because you'll get good counsel now. So trust the people that are there to give you a leg up. And I am very aware that this message is for me. I'm not always good at saying, hey, take a look at this, or can you help me with this? So I'm very aware that this is something for me as well. In this in this card, I pulled 5, a closing door. This is all about completion. So I don't feel like it's completion on your new goals. I feel like it's recognizing things that have to go. You don't have to, worry about what other people think, but there are things that are complete, and it's okay to let them go. If, you keep trying and nobody's answering, walk away from the door. It's time to move on. Every time, the saying, when God closes a door, he opens a window. But that's true. This is an invitation to maybe find another way or a better path. So that's kind of where we're heading, to letting go, right? Mending what we need to mend, letting go of what doesn't serve us, trusting the people that can help you, and letting them help you. And again, I did this thinking of like the collective. It's absolutely a personal message for me, if you know me. And so then I thought, all right, well, maybe we need a goddess to guide us this week. And it was interesting because I pulled this goddess, 14, Epona, and I wasn't familiar with her at all. So she's all about, let me see if I can get it. Yep, she's all about wise leadership. She's the goddess of leadership and guidance, and she's here this week to offer you her wisdom. And you have what it takes to get accomplished what you want to accomplish. So just know that there's wisdom that's growing within you. Be true to who you are, and she is there to guide you. Interestingly, when I shuffled the crystal deck, I had 2 cards that jumped out. The first one that jumped out before I even pulled any cards at all was Moldavite, which really goes along with our message. First of all, I love Moldavite. It's one of my favorite stones after Septarian. Septarian's still my favorite. And it's all about transformation and being open to new experiences. And like we talked about that closed door, well, when that door is closed, there is something better out there, and Moldavite is there to let you know, open the door, and the transformation will be good for you. Of course, anytime you're starting something new or rebirth, it always involves tension and struggle. Crystals only form if there's pressure. So relief is on the way. This is just reminding you that transformation is an experience that could involve struggle or tension, but that's where the healing's going to take place. So, step into that new you. Be brave. Then I pulled a card, and the card I pulled was Dalmatian Jasper. So this is Dalmatian Jasper, Dalmatian stone, whatever you want to call it. We do have this cute little dinosaur. He's Dalmatian Jasper. Of course, we have tumbles, and we have some other things that are Dalmatian Jasper. And Dalmatian Jasper is here to remind us that to keep a sense of humor. Yes, things happen, and try to find the humor in the situation as you're learning. It breaks the tension, and, it's okay to be playful. It's okay to fool around and be playful even when things are serious. You don't have to carry the serious with you all the time. Lighten up, and it's funny because I always say this to my husband. He's, stressed about money, and I say, okay, I get that, but put it down for 15 minutes. You can pick it back up again, but put it down. And I need to remember that too. I think it's just something that we all can relate to. And the last card that fell out of the deck after I picked all the cards was Sodalite. So we have Sodalite palms. We have a lot of Sodalite, but I pulled some of these palms. I think they're so pretty. the blue. This one's my favorite. They're $15. It's just so pretty. Here's the card, and you can see the little, I don't know if you can see the face in the crystal. This is to help you, again, not to forget your commitment to the changes that you're making. So, and make sure, you're not becoming like complacent and stuck in the same old thing. So, our goal is always to be in sync. We want our subconscious and our consciousness to be in sync, so that you can co-create what it is that you want. When you're seeing scarcity instead of abundance, sodalite's a good stone. It also has to do with, the throat chakra and speaking your truth. And I have sodalite all over the house because if you know Ron, I love him, but he's one of those people that when you ask him how he feels and he says, I don't know, he really doesn't know. So, this is to be able to speak your truth, create the abundance that you want. Don't fall into those old habits. Wake up if you're falling off the path. I think all of these cards tie so nicely together. You've done a lot of work. You've done a lot of soul searching. You've done a lot of, understanding yourself. Hang in there. Trust the people around you that are there for your highest good. And you can, you can feel that. So, make sure you do that. I want to give you a little rundown of what we have going on this week at Venus Moon. I gave you the crystal stuff. So the crystal cards and what's there. So today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Cafe Venus is set up in the back. Come in today. We're here till 8 o'clock. It's such a nice day out. I have the door open. The tables are set up. You don't have to come and sit and pull cards. Bring your laptop, bring something to work on, bring a book to read, whatever you want to do. Sit and play games on your phone, but come hang out. Just good vibes. I'm here till 8. On Wednesday at 6 o'clock is the Death Cafe with Joelle. Highly recommend it. And at 8:30 is a Facebook Live sale. And now that I've said it, I'm not going to miss this one because I always miss it. And then I'm like, oh, I wish I would have caught that because I wanted that. And they're always a lot of fun. So make sure you tune in for that. On Thursday at 7 o'clock is the Crystal Masterclass with Chrissy. If you have signed up, great. We'll see you Thursday night. If you haven't signed up, I believe there's still room. Send a message to the Facebook page and we'll get you on the list. On Friday, Shine Bright Tarot with Kim. She's going to be here doing readings. And on Saturday, Lara's here doing readings. We're having a big crystal egg hunt in the backyard. It's going to be such a good time. There's an alien Easter bunny who's going to make an appearance. And there are a lot of pop-ups, including Rose and Thorn with a foot detox, Reiki, some shopping vendors, and more. So we have an out-of-this-world week that is going to be so much fun. Hey, Shiva. And I hope this reading was helpful to everyone. I hope you all have a great week. Stay tuned on the Facebook page. I'm putting together a Shop the Comments post. So that is coming soon. And I will talk to everybody this week, hopefully. All right. Have a great week. Peace.